Hello, you are watching the latest edition of DBE TV News. Thank you for watching this bulletin every Friday on the DBE TV channel 122 on OpenView at 12 p.m. and on the Department of Basic Education's YouTube channel. Remember to share the link with your friends, family, and anyone in your circles. Welcome. I am Tsehohajo Moagi. In our top stories this week, Minister Angie Motshekga attends the Cecil Techno-X launch. Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi launches yet another school of specialization. Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule and the KZN MEC hand over donations to schools affected by the April floods. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga has thanked Cecil for what she called a beneficial partnership with the department. She was speaking during the launch of Cecil Techno-X, one of South Africa's biggest career guidance exhibitions. Now in its 20th year, the exhibition has over the years grown in popularity to become one of the largest career guidance science exhibitions in South Africa. This year, the Techno-X took place under the theme Create, Explore, Innovate, and specifically focuses on the endless possibilities presented by technology in the changing line of work.
I find the partnership with Cecil very meaningful because we work together, we plan together, so that even the partnership, as I say, it's not that, as I say, sometimes I really feel tempted to say, you should have asked us how to help us. Because now we are disrupting you. I have to come and accept things I know won't work. Yeah. There's no teachers being trained to be able to implement this donation. And they do. Lots of companies, especially people like Admantis, that say, I want to get computers to my school. You get that there's no electricity. Not all our schools are connected. There's no one who's been trained. Or somebody just hears that we want to run a reading campaign, have boxes of books, maybe not even have a room to keep those books, so those books are going to be on the way, and all sorts of difficulties. And hence it's very, very important for us to have a partner like yourself that works the process through us, but also brings its own capacity, innovation, and enrich the work that we do. And thank you very much, Mr. Cecil.
Motshekga also spoke about the importance of coding and robotics.
And as a sector, we know the value of digital skills for the future generation of tech creators and e-commerce areas. So I'm very happy to report that the development of the grade up to 9 coding and robotic curriculum by a team of experts was concluded in January 2020. Again, I want to say thanks to COVID because it forced us to sit down and the lecture. So there was no driving up and down. We did more work during the period, especially when we provide up methods, communicate, interact, than we would have done if there was no lockdown forcing us to sit down and settle down and not drive around and do work. And we've done quite a lot of work during that period. The coding and robotics curriculum is intended to ensure that learners leave grade 9 having acquired the necessary digital skills for the changing world and to adequately face the fourth industrial revolution. We've already gazetted the draft CAPS, which is our curriculum statement for coding and robotics for grade R to 9 for public comments on the 19th of March 2021. And these have simultaneously been submitted to UMALUSI, which is our Council for Quality Assurance in General and Further Education for Quality Assurance. The project management teams have been established in all 9 provinces to oversee the introduction of the new curriculum. A national training team has been orientated on grade up to 3 and on grade 7 curriculum. Facilitators and participants oriented manuals have been developed. Learner and teacher resources have been developed and uploaded on our module on our platform. So I am indeed a program director, very happy to announce that SASOC has partnered us to pilot the coding and robotics curriculum in 110 project schools across 9 provinces.
The Vice President of Cecil spoke about his love for maths and how it came about, thanking the teachers who invested in his life.
Maths and science, that love for me was instilled by my teachers. In primary school, middle school, high school. I went to Tali Primary School, Muditela Middle School, Hansegana High School, and those schools were like 8 to 10 kilometers. I don't know if it was by design or not, so you always have to walk to school, and that's part of life. And we had to deal with that, but I'd like to give honor to Mr. Mapahe, Mr. Masombuka, and Kenneth Laka, who were the core in terms of making me love math and science, their passion, their attitude, their hope in all of us as young people, and that kept me going.
Meanwhile, a tech fairy explains the work she does with learners in schools.
Today we're here with Sfiso EdTech and we're exhibiting our robotics ranges. And these are robotics that can be used in the classroom to do the coding and robotics curriculum. Robotics like this would be really great in the grade 7 to 9 space, and you'd be able to code them to fulfill all the projects that you have in the curriculum. This is a modified Arduino board, and it's what's actually prescribed there for the curriculum.
She also spoke about some careers learners can go into after learning robotics and coding.
Robotics engineering would be the greatest one, but also every other avenue, you need to understand how the tech works so that you don't get ripped off. So a basic understanding of how the tech works is going to be incorporated into every sphere as we go forward.
To this now, Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lisufi has launched yet another School of Specialization, the Nkangala Engineering School of Specialization, with a focus on mining. This is the 21st School of Specialization launched by the Provincial Education Department. The Bronkhorstspruit region, where Nkangala is situated, is home to several coal mines such as Canyon, Balesa, Cecil and Exaro. Petra Diamonds Mines is also in Cullinan, not too far from the school. There are also quarries that mine stones and sand. The school began as Nkangala Comprehensive High School in 1985 and had mainly focused on academics and the traditional curriculum. Given the school's proximity to mines and it being situated in an industrial area, there was a need to offer more skills-focused education. The school prides itself as having exceptionally good performance in engineering, science, maths, and ICT.
But to be a school of specialization, it means there are 3 important things, Bantwana, that you have to do. The first one is respect. In the absence of respect, no one will respect your school. If there is respect, everyone will want to come to your school. And respect starts at home, it ends here at the school. You respect your parents first. On your way here, you respect your community members. When you enter the school premises, you respect the parents, which are your educators. If you can't observe respect, forget. I've never seen somebody that is successful in their own careers and they don't have respect. So respect is the beginning of everything. The second thing is academic performance. You can't be a school of specialization, having tablets, having smart board, having your teachers getting all the laptops that they are going to get as well. And when you compare you to other children that don't have all those things, your performance is discouraging. It can't be. We're happy that you are excelling. We're happy that you are doing very well. I saw your bachelor passes. That's what it means to be a school of specialization. You excel. The third thing, when you are a school of specialization, it means creativity and innovation is the order of the day. And everything that you see, you must see a solution. We can't be a country of consumers, Bantwanaba. All of us here, I don't want to say it, but all of us here, we couldn't produce anything that can be taken serious by the world. We're just consuming everything from the world. You are the generation that must change that. And change it immediately. This BMW, it's not made here, it's creating jobs somewhere in Germany. This Toyota, thanks to Toyota, thank you so much. This Toyota coming from Japan. We have to create our own things, Bantwanaba. And to be a school of specialization, it means creativity and innovation should be the order of the day. What we have done here is the beginning, and I'm so proud of you.
Lesufi went on to thank the sponsors and partners who came on board to ensure these schools of specialization are realized.
So I want to thank all our partners for believing in us. I want to thank you for sharing this vision, but most importantly, for investing. I can't explain how excited I was when I saw our children competing with all those cars. You know, that's the investment that we need. So that our children must understand they're not doing this for fun, but they're doing this to create the future economy.
He even explained the need for the schools of specialization and how they will benefit the learners.
Gone are the days where every school must do everything. We are of the view each and every school must specialize in a certain economic sector that is relevant to their communities. When I grew up in Tembisa, Prof, I wasted my time. Wasted 7 years of my life. Every time the teacher wants to go somewhere, either for training and other things, we're left behind to sing Sewa, Wasewa, Wasewa. Sarimbe, Pumpe, Pumpe. Nagaga, Nagaga, Nagaga. Salla, Salla, Salla. Sare, wa. 7 full years. My children, the schools of specialization are meant to reverse that. So that you specialize in a sector that will create jobs, you specialize in a sector where employment is waiting for you. We don't want to produce you to do other things that are meaningless in society. And we don't want to, that we will compete with the wrong things. If you are in a school of specialization, you don't go to that tavern and put that bottle in the middle of the night on top of your head and say, Uhamba ngolai. Nagna lie. We want you to take your studies serious because these schools of specialization is a serious investment. These schools of specialization are schools that will change the economy of our province. And we are quite excited. Even though we are gunning for 35, I really believe each and every school in our province should be a school of specialization. If you check developing countries, Bantwana, you can't have what we have in our country, where 85% of our children after passing matric, all of them want to go to universities, want to be academics. The future, Bantwana, is in artisan. The future is in the technical work that we need to converge this particular. That's where we need to go. So,
Lesufi also expressed his appreciation to the teachers, parents, and the principal of Ekangala Engineering School of Specialization.
To our beautiful, beautiful educators, thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, all these dreams won't be true. Because it's the teacher that must make things possible. And thank you so much. I know you are competing with many things. I know the private sector is trying to recruit you. I know there are many things that you feel, these children are not what I wanted to do. But you can't abandon the future because the future is here. So to all the educators, principal, thank you. Thank you. Let's respect this school. We will invest in this school. We'll make this school to be something that will excite all of us. Community leaders that are here, ke a leboha bana beso. Ke a leboha, ke le bona kaofela ke le shebile bana beso. E tla panya ntwe na wana. Ha ona ka mokgwa. E tla panya. It will go where we want it to go. So I want to thank all of you for really giving us the support, giving us the guidance, and giving us everything that we need. To the team, thanks, Alison. We are going forward, we are not going back. Together with our SGBs, we are going forward, we are not going back. Let those that wants to waste their time waste their time. We don't want to waste their time. We don't want to waste our time.
Let's now see and take a listen to some of the projects done by learners at Nkangala Engineering School of Specialization.
We are going to pour 20 ml of salt inside this beaker. Yeah. 20 ml, and then we are going to pour about 50 ml of water, and then this is going to be a salt water solution. Why did we use salt water? Salt water, it is easily accessible. It's easily accessible, and in mines it will be cost cutting, and it will not be easily accessible as our earth is covered with 70% of salt water, which makes it renewable. Okay, I'll pass it to my fellow teammates to elaborate further on the chemistry part of our investigation.
When we return, we are with the Deputy Minister in KwaZulu-Natal as she handed over donations to schools affected by the floods.
I am a nurturer, like you.
Real men stand against gender-based violence.
I get hurt, like you.
If I am a victim of violence, I too will not be ashamed to report violence and abuse.
I hate it when someone violates me, like you.
In a violent situation, there is power in walking away. I will not take part in fights at school.
All I want is to feel safe, to feel loved, and to be free to show love. Like you.
I cry when I'm hurt, because to feel is to be human. I pledge to be more open about my emotions.
Make it part of the new normal for young boys to be nurtured and loved, to freely express themselves and to show love in a safe, inclusive way. We have different gender identities, but first, we are human. If you need assistance to help your child, contact Childline on 08000 55 555.
Basic Education Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule, together with the KZN Education MEC Mbali Fraser, handed over donations to schools affected by the recent floods in the province. The donation, valued at 5 million rand, was through the assistance of the Global Fund and the South African National AIDS Council. A total of 1,700 learners from 20 high schools and 48 primary schools in the eThekwini district were identified to benefit from the initiative, working together with the Departments of Basic Education and Social Development.
Ekumchazayo ukuthi masinceda amantombazane ngento zama sanitary towels siyashiye ingane zethu zabafana sikhohle ukuthi banezidingo nabo ngoba uhulumeni wase South Africa kwaba nesikhathi lapho ifocus ibheke kakhulu ingane zamantombazane kodwa ke sesishiya abafana ngaphandle abanye abanako lokugqoka ngaphakathi ngaphambi kokuba bagqoke ibhulu so ama vest abanawo ama toothpaste abanawo sathi abenzelwe nabo ama packet wabo namantombazane masikhuluma ngedignity pack asakhulumi ngama sanitary packs kuphela sikhuluma ngedignity ifake ne-roll on ifake yonke into ukuthi masikunikeza inensipho ina yonke into ukwazi ukuthi is a dignity so ukwazi na ukufana nabo bonke abantu yizo ke izinto ezilethwayo lethwa imali ephuma kwi-Global Fund ebhekene nama adolescents and young people esibiza ngokuthi AYP.
The SANEC CEO explained the importance of the organization taking part in the donation in the province.
It is our duty to act during these times, SANEC. So we are committed to maximize the efforts to assist the country to reach the goals of eliminating HIV as a public health threat by 2030. As such, we had to find ways of lending a hand to help the province of KwaZulu-Natal to rebuild itself infrastructurally, socio-economically, and most importantly, to get our learners back to school. Part of SANEC's mandate is to coordinate resource mobilization for HIV, TB, and STIs for the country. We therefore coordinated a three-way submission, which was a partnership between civil society, Department of Basic Education, and the Department of Social Development. And this application was done through the Global Fund. In my capacity as CEO of SANEC, I also get to serve as chair of the CCM.
Staying in the province, Education MEC Mbali Fraser says the budget cuts by Treasury has caused a negative effect on learning and teaching in the province. She was speaking during an oversight visit by the KZN legislature to Illovo Primary School under the school's functionality program. The oversight visit program included engagements with stakeholders such as provincial and district officials of education, organized labor, school governing bodies, and organizations of school principals. Meanwhile, the Provincial Society for the Blind has welcomed the initiative brought by the Department of Basic Education to offer the Second Chance program to learners with disabilities. The department conducted workshops on the Second Chance Matric Support Program for candidates with disabilities at Mason Lincoln Special School in Umlazi in KwaZulu-Natal. The program was launched in 2016 and supports anyone of any age who wants to achieve or improve a matric qualification subject by subject and on a part-time basis. There are no costs involved. One of the ways this program supports part-time matric candidates is through face-to-face classes facilitated by qualified teachers at selected schools and community centers.
We have assistive devices that our learners will need. Now, when I talk assistive devices, I'm talking about things like talking calculators. I'm talking about braille machines like the Parkinson braille machine that will assist our learners. Our learners also, some of them use computers. Remember, most of our blind learners were not born blind. Some of them will tell you that, look, I lost my sight 2 years ago. When I did my matric, I could see. Now I cannot see. I don't know how to use braille. I don't know how to use computer. So computer skill is a very important skill for our learners living with disability. So in our recruitment drive, we also try and recruit educators who are able to teach the blind learners computer literacy. It's a very important skill because otherwise, if you can't use braille, you can't use computer, at least you must be trained to use a computer with a speech. So they need to be trained on using that computer that provides speech.
Learners and teachers in KZN say they are grateful for the program, which will assist those with disabilities.
And we are so excited to be a part of this program and very thankful for having them involve us in it. We are a school in Umlazi where we cater to learners with different physical disabilities and learners who are blind. So this school makes it one that is accessible to all learners with their disabilities, because we have other centers for the Second Chance Matric program around Umlazi. However, it is not accessible for learners with disabilities. So we welcome the program, we are excited about it, and we have our own matric. We just obtained 100% last year, so we're very excited to give other learners a chance who did not get this chance due to maybe illness, due to other reasons in their lives. So we're excited for the learners and we're excited to be a part of this program.
Meanwhile, the African Eye Institute says there have been productive discussions on how to assist learners with disabilities for the Second Chance program.
We've had a very productive discussion around implementing the Second Chance Matric program here in KwaZulu-Natal. We spoke about piloting this particular project here at the Mason Lincoln School. There is a lot of excitement with the people that we've held discussions with. Our next step is a workshop that will be held around the 27th of September, at which the learners that have showed strong interest will be. And in this workshop, we will map the way forward to deliver the learning and the teaching for the Second Chance Matric program for people with disabilities. We already have a list of learners that have indicated that they want the second chance to do the matric program, and I believe that it is a wonderful opportunity and definitely a solid base from which people could launch their futures. And we all are really excited about getting together, mapping the way forward, and getting this project off the ground.
The KZN Society for the Blind says this is a step in the right direction and it will change people's lives.
We strongly believe that people with disabilities within the province of KwaZulu-Natal will ensure that they utilize such opportunity effectively. As we know today, most of our people with disabilities are still marginalized. And another factor is that we also find that they did not acquire the matric or grade 12. That is why today we are so happy being hosted with Mason Lincoln to ensure this program will take place in order to better the lives of young people of KwaZulu-Natal.
The department has, however, raised concerns about the challenges faced by learners with disabilities in registering for the Second Chance program.
We have been grappling with registration, getting these learners registered. Why I'm saying this is because, I know for the mainstream learners, they can either go online and register for Second Chance Matric program, or they can go to the district office. However, our disability learners are struggling to do this. They go to the district office, they are turned back because they don't know where they are supposed to go and so on. Even when they go online, it is still a challenge. So this is a very serious issue that we are grappling with, a serious issue that we have decided to take it up with exams to say that you need to assist us. We need to find a lasting solution in terms of how these learners can be registered. And I think with the support of the exams, we can manage to register the learners.
The Basic Education Department has sought to ease the worry of learners and parents following the Grade 12 Life Orientation exam written on 5 September 2022. Some Grade 12 learners complained that the paper was too difficult and some of the content was irrelevant as they had not learnt it in school. The department has now clarified that life orientation is marked by the teacher in school and that only 20% of the content is moderated nationally. Learners have been assured that no one will be disadvantaged.
After marking, the assessment is not concluded. It continues with moderation. And there is school-based moderation of the candidates' responses. There's further also district moderation, provincial moderation, and the Department of Basic Education will also institute measures to moderate the marking of the ALLOCAT. It must be kept in mind that the Department of Basic Education ensures that it has the best interest of every learner at heart, and that no candidate, no learner in any part of the country that sat for the ALLOCAT will be disadvantaged in any manner.
That's how we end this bulletin this week on Channel 122 on OpenView and on YouTube. Thank you for watching.